Don't know what to bake for tea? Grab some basic ingredients from your fridge and make this masterpiece in exactly 5 minutes. Let me show you how easy it is. First, we will take 3 room temperature eggs and gently crack them open. Next, a gentle pinch of salt. Now we add 120 grams of sugar. Take your mixer and beat the mixture thoroughly. A little tip: continue mixing until the mass becomes light, fluffy, and doubles in volume. This ensures our pie will be incredibly tender. Now we will pour in 80 milliliters of vegetable oil. Let's turn on the mixer once again and blend it gently into our batter. Pouring the oil slowly in a thin stream is a wonderful secret. It helps the dough remain perfectly moist and keeps your pie fresh for several days without drying out. Now, let's add 2 tablespoons of yogurt or sour cream. From this point on, we will put the mixer away and use a hand whisk. Gently stir the mixture until it becomes perfectly smooth. The slight acidity from the sour cream is a wonderful secret. It reacts beautifully during baking, making the crumb incredibly soft and adding a delightful richness to the taste. Now it's time to add a bright flavor by grating the zest of 1 lemon directly into the batter. Please use a fine grater and be very careful to only grate the yellow part. The white layer underneath can make our pie taste bitter. Let's set our dough aside for just a moment to let it rest. Now place the lemon on your cutting board and carefully slice it into 2 equal halves. We will only need one of these halves for the next step of our recipe. Next, take that half of the lemon and extract its fresh juice. A gentle manual juicer is perfect for this task. It gives us wonderful fresh citrus juice that will brighten the flavor of our beautiful pie. Let's bring back our dough. Now, carefully pour the freshly squeezed lemon juice through a fine sieve to catch any tiny seeds or pulp. Now it is time to take our hand whisk again and mix everything together thoroughly. Please mix gently and unhurriedly. The fresh lemon juice will now blend with the sour cream, creating a wonderful reaction that will make our pie exceptionally soft and airy. Make sure the beautiful lemon zest is distributed evenly throughout the batter. Time for dry ingredients. Let's sift half of our 240 grams or 2 cups of flour. Let's add 10 grams or 2 teaspoons of baking powder. We take our time to sift the dry ingredients gently. Sifting is a very important step in baking. It enriches the flour with oxygen and removes any unwanted lumps. This simple secret guarantees our pie will be incredibly airy and light. Now, let's take our hand whisk and gently fold in this first half of the flour. A small secret here is not to overmix. Just stir calmly until the white streaks disappear, which will keep our pie wonderfully soft. Now it is time to sift the second half of our flour. Let's take our sieve again and pour in the remaining 120 grams, which is exactly 1 cup or about 4.2 ounces. We do this in 2 stages because adding all the flour at once can create lumps that are very hard to whisk out. Take your time to sift it gently. This careful process is what makes home baking so incredibly special and rewarding. Let's use our whisk one more time to gently fold in the remaining flour. You will notice the dough becoming much thicker now, and that is exactly what we want. Keep stirring slowly and smoothly, just until the dry ingredients are fully incorporated. This careful mixing keeps our pie beautifully tender. Now, let's prepare our wonderful cream. We start by cracking 1 egg into a deep bowl. Next, we add 90 grams, or about 3 ounces, of yogurt or sour cream, plus 1 teaspoon, which is 5 grams, of vanilla sugar. Now add 1 tablespoon, or 15 grams, of sugar. Finally, add 1 tablespoon, or 10 grams, of cornstarch. Now take your hand whisk and blend everything together thoroughly. As you mix, you will see the cream taking on a lovely, soft, yellowish color, thanks to the egg. Take your time to ensure the cornstarch dissolves completely. Cornstarch is a wonderful baking secret. It helps the cream thicken beautifully and keeps it perfectly smooth during baking. Now take your baking mold, lined with parchment paper, and gently pour in our beautiful dough. Parchment paper is a wonderful helper to ensure your pie never sticks to the bottom. Now, let's take a silicone spatula and gently level the dough inside our round baking mold. Because our batter is quite thick, it needs a little help to spread perfectly to the edges. A smooth, even top is a simple secret to ensure the pie bakes evenly and looks absolutely beautiful. Now, let's gently pour our beautiful vanilla cream directly over the leveled dough. Because our dough is wonderfully thick, the delicate cream will stay perfectly on top, creating a deliciously soft and moist layer after baking. Now it is time to add our berries. I am generously sprinkling frozen blueberries over the cream, but you can use any berries you like. A great baker's secret: if you use frozen berries, there is no need to thaw them first. This prevents their extra juice from coloring our beautiful cream, keeping the pie looking perfectly elegant. For the final step, place 1 tablespoon, about half an ounce, of butter into the blender, and 1 tablespoon of sugar, and 2 tablespoons, about half an ounce, of flour. Now let's close the blender and pulse everything together. We are making a wonderful streusel topping, which is a classic baking technique. Blend the mixture just until it turns into fine, crumbly sand. A great baker's secret here is to use cold butter and not to overmix. If we blend it for too long, the butter will melt and turn into a paste. This delightful sandy crumb will bake into a perfectly sweet, crispy crust on top of our berries, adding an amazing crunchy texture to the soft pie. Let's evenly distribute our sweet crumb over the berries and cream. Try to cover the entire surface. Bake it for 35 to 40 minutes at 170 degrees Celsius. For you, only a single second has passed, but our gorgeous crumb cake is already fully baked. Let's carefully release it from the mold and gently peel away the parchment paper. Just look at this beautiful golden crust. The sweet aroma filling my kitchen right now is simply unbelievable. Look at that stunning rustic crust. The top is a delightful cloud of toasted, buttery streusel crumble, punctuated by those burst, jammy blueberries that are bleeding their beautiful purple juice across the golden surface. As it spins, you can appreciate the varied texture, a promise of crunchy sweetness on top, and you just know the inside is soft and moist. It's absolutely sensational. Let's cut a large slice and see the magic inside. The knife goes in so smoothly, the cake is incredibly soft. Just look at this magnificent slice. You can clearly see the thick, fluffy lemon sponge at the bottom. On top, there is a rich layer of juicy blueberries resting right alongside that tender cream. As I hold it, it feels incredibly soft and moist. This is true baking perfection. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.